The National Center for Health Statistics reports that with 44 states reporting in, half the marriages in America end in divorce. Of those are families with children, 80% with children. When a man and woman decide to get a divorce, there are typically legal proceedings, which involve the division of assets, homes, cars, boats, retirement savings, and the like. And during this process, it's easy for the parents to forget about the kids and get involved in their own problems. The division of assets should come second, obviously, to the welfare of the children, who are our most precious assets. Divorce is a painful process, and I use the word process rather than event because the effects of a divorce linger on many years after the ink is dry on the divorce decree. Throughout and beyond the process of divorce, we must, as parents, protect our children. There's a movie that came out in 1979 called Kramer vs. Kramer, starring Dustin Hoffman and Meryl Streep as Ted and Joanna, father and mother to a son, Billy. Ted, having been just awarded his advertising firm's largest account, came home to share the news with his wife Joanna, to find her packing up to leave them. He and their son Billy. Ted reprioritized his life. He put Billy first, so much so that he took a lesser paying job, the upside of which was more time with Billy. After over a year, Joanna came back. She wanted Billy. So Ted and Joanna went to court. Joanna won custody of Billy. But in seeing how Ted and Billy had grown so close, she had an epiphany, and she let Billy stay with Ted. This is the ultimate act of selflessness, in my opinion. And what Joanna was doing was acting in the best interest of her child. I assert the importance of both a mother and father in a child's life, not one more than the other. What I hope to share with you today is for any that know someone who is going through a divorce, that they use what I'm about to tell them to gain and maintain the proper perspective, to help them acknowledge the new norm, and despite whatever differences they have or biases toward one another, that they can present a united front. Now, it doesn't always work out the way it did in Kramer versus Kramer, but it can. Things can be amicable. This may sound cliche, but you are not divorcing your children. You should always act and speak in their best interest. Think before you say or act. And think about how it will affect your children. It's essential to support the relationship with the other parent. There should be no disparaging words spoken of the other parent. Remember that your children will not judge you, but if you try to sway their opinion with things that they don't need to know about, it can hurt them. And you know, children usually turn the blame inward, and we as parents should never let them do that. We should tell them often that we love them, hug them as often, and show them that we love them by supporting their relationship with the other parent. You should speak openly to your children about how they feel. Sit with them, look them in the eye, cry with them if you need to. Hear what they're having to say. Listen to them intently. Feel what they feel. We should always think about our words and actions, because our children hold these things that we say and do near to their hearts. And it is those hearts that we're trying to protect. Michael J. McManus, an expert in children and divorce, once had a study in which he found that 44% of children said that of a divorced family said that they felt alone a lot of the time, compared to 13% of children who in an attacked family, who said that they felt alone. No child should ever feel like they're alone. They should always know that they have both a mother and father, and that mother and father is there to support them. So when you do have time with your children, make the best of it. Make sure you're staying in touch with what's going on in your child's lives. Make sure that you know what they're feeling, what they're thinking. Continue to build that relationship. Try not to deviate from the agreed upon schedule so that they know what to expect and when they're going to be where. Often, children that live in two households will challenge boundaries. Stay fast with the other parent. Contact them. Talk to them regularly. Try to ascertain the truth at all times. Keep those lines of communication open, and by being honest, you can get together and have a group discussion, a family discussion, and try to ascertain the truth. Because all children need boundaries. They stay plugged into their school, their teachers. They spend a great deal of time at school. They develop friendships at school. These friendships often influence our kids. We should know these things. If we have those open lines of communication, we will know those things. Now, if you do the things that I've set forth here, it will bring nothing but good. I know because I've been through a divorce, and my children are sitting right in front of me. Had I not done the things I've done, I wouldn't have the relationship I have with them. Also, there's free counseling out there, often through churches. If you decide that there's an alternative to getting a divorce and that you want to try to make the marriage work, then reach out to these counselors. They can help address marriage issues, or if you feel like there's not a chance for the marriage, they can help with recovery. But above all, we should protect our children. Let them know that we love them by making right decisions. Thank you.